And as you can see, win rate 100%. We got to do some key takeaways so that y'all can really lock in. Okay, listen, this, if you want to get these type of results, right? I ain't even showing the right account, but you get the point. I made it to phase 2. So if you want to get these type of results, you have to understand that there's things that you have to take away from your mindset, because your mindset is ultimately what's going to lead to the results that you want to see. You got to visualize and you got to have no fear. Those are key things, and key things that you want to always have in mind at all times, or else you will fail. Like the video, please like the video. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow as fast as possible and as much as possible. So the faster you guys do that, the more mind blown I will be, because I'm just me. All right. Now, okay. Phase 1 of the 100K challenge is complete. You know, I had a 100% win rate. Now, all trades are now locked in. And I really passed this in just 3 days, right? Now, this is more for me a quick reflection and, recap of, what I just did, the previous thought process that I just had, right? And so what I want to be able to show y'all correctly is how, my mindset kept me in sync with the market overall. And most importantly, I want to show how risk management allowed me to execute my trades much more confidently, along with believing in myself and my concepts that revolve around CRT, right? If you are in a challenge right now or struggling, right, with your own consistency in the market, just make sure to stick around for the entire video, because I'm pretty sure there will be things that you can take from this also along the way. First thing first, right? Let's talk about CRT, or what I call candle range theory, right? Now, if you've been following me, you know this is my framework for breaking down market phases like accumulation, manipulation, distribution, or expansion, depending on if you're in an uptrend or a downtrend, for example. Now, the reason that CRT is so powerful is because it's not just a trading strategy, right? And also, most importantly, right, CRT is not about guessing. It's about understanding how price naturally moves so that you can align with it and not fight against it, which is the most important thing when it comes to understanding the markets. Now, having a solid framework is one thing, but if your mindset isn't right, you'll hesitate, overtrade, and second guess yourself. And you don't want that, because you're not going to be effective at all as a trader. Now, for me, trading is about rhythm, right? And being in flow and actually staying connected to the present moment as a trader, so that you can really sit and observe what the market is doing. Okay. Now, I much rather wait for the market to show me what phase is in, and then just execute when the timing, is right. And that is ultimately what kept me, locked in throughout this entire challenge, to even maintain 100% win rate, and not even, being phased by it, letting it get to my head, because that could really affect your outcome as a trader. But, as a trader, first thing first, you need to be laser focused on the process and what goes along with it, because that is what's going to yield the results that you ultimately want to see for yourself, right? You have to really stick yourself deep into the process, and understanding that every trade that I take ultimately is a journey. It's not about getting rich quick, making this money. No, it's about understanding that this is a process and a journey. And along this process and the journey, I want to be well equipped, and so that I can actually see what it is that I'm trying to set forth for myself in passing the phase challenge, right? Now, another thing is, this took a lot of patience and discipline and ability to really trust myself and how I perceive the direction of the market is, because these trades weren't necessarily all just scalps. You know, they were, ideally I had a more day-to-day perspective, but the way that I see the charts is I align myself with it, like I was saying, so that, you know, I can capitalize on a large move if it so happens. And they were happening in this case, back to back to back. You know, I'm just staying in, and with this, I'm just staying in tune with myself. I'm staying in flow. I'm staying grounded. I'm not letting it get to my head, like I was saying. And so, really, right, what you want to do as a trader is you want to let the market prove you right. Okay, that's the best thing that you can do for yourself as a trader in any attempt to even pass any challenge, or even just before that, and you're just learning. You want to let the market prove you right. Don't go trying to prove the market. You let the market prove you right. And then you build that. And now you're starting to build a solid foundation that's built off of bricks of experience. Because there's a lot of wisdom in experiences, to show that, to put that simply as possible, right? Now, another reason that I was even able to have 100% win rate along the way with this as well is because you got to understand, look, you have to understand if you are in a bullish or a bearish market, first and foremost, or else how are you going to even know whether to place a buy or a sell? And you have to really understand that, because once you understand that, you automatically have it locked in your mind, a set direction to look for no matter what's going on, right? And what I mean is, the truth is that at one set of time, the market is only either bearish or bullish. It doesn't matter what news event is coming out. The news event that's coming out will be aligned with whether the market is bearish or bullish. You know, you got to think. Now, this is just a real into the mindset, right, of a trader, into the mindset that I have, right? Here's just a real quick gem just to throw out there for y'all, right? If you backtest every single news event, you will see that there was no news event that caused a break of structure. There was no news event that caused a break of structure on a higher time frame. It always flowed along with it. So essentially, it's like it was already going to happen anyway, man, once you really see it. And so there's actually a quote, right, by Jesse Livermore, and he said he's not guessing in his trading, right? He's anticipating the inevitable. Now, that makes you think, right? If he was able to accomplish that far, that long ago, without a chart, and be right, now that we have charts, all that we're doing is seeing the inevitable with more accuracy and precision, right? And so I went into that with that mindset as well. Like, this is all my philosophy of CRT. It is all the creation of all of my trading knowledge, right? Now, detach from outcomes, and you want to really focus on mastery, and that's mastery in all categories, right? Mastery of self, you know, most importantly as a trader, because your trading overall revolves around you as an individual. Nobody can give you the success that you want to see in your trading but yourself. You can have the holy grail right in front of you, but it's up to you to even do something as simple as press buy or sell, right? And that's really how deep it gets, yet how simple it is at the same time. Um, a key on how I was able to even do this as well, right, is as a trader, your intuition can be your greatest asset. Now, the reason it's an asset is because once you develop your intuition, there's already no other trader that's exactly like you. So once you have that intuition aspect into it, you will literally become a 101, and that's what's going to give you great results instead of average ones. And you know what, want to know the truth? The average results in trading is that most people fail. So you can't go in thinking to be average, because that's going to be your result, simply put. Now, that intuition is useless if it's not followed by um patience and discipline. That intuition will be completely useless and will actually work against you, because then instead of intuition, you will have fear and doubt cooked. Don't do that. Now, okay. Another key that I want to speak on when it comes to patience and trading, right? When you are patient and you actually sit back and observe what it is that you're seeing in front of you in the market, right? What that will actually do is it allows you to begin to trade with intention. Trading with intention is one of the most powerful things that you can do, because listen, what it will do is stop you from reacting emotionally from what you're seeing, and you're more calm, you're more centered and grounded, from what it is that you're seeing, because you are already in a field of observation, because you're already in that mental state that you're just an observer observing the markets right now, right? Because at the end of the day, that's all we essentially are, because we don't have the amount of money to actually move the market. So all we're doing is sitting back, we're observing, and now we're thinking, okay, how can I flow along with this and make some money? That's it. And another thing, right? Let's talk about risk management, because at the end of the day, if you don't have any type of risk management, you're literally prone for failure. There is no way that you're not going to fail, because risk management is the number one building block for a long lasting trading career. Even if you're not thinking about it being a career, even just simply put, profitability. Because without risk management, you cannot live to trade another day. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you don't see only NBA players focusing on offense, right? The best of the best are the ones who are well rounded, and they're focused on offense and defense so that they have a better impact. It's a similar thing to trading, right? It's now, in this case, right? Defense is the most important thing to trading, because it is the one thing that you truly have control over no matter what, right? I feel like you should not have a exact control over your profits. You should always let your winners run, or at least have a higher ceiling than what you're aiming for, just in case like you're right when it comes to the overall market direction. Now, because here, right, every trade that I took was a calculated trade. It wasn't random in a sense of, you know, I did not over leverage the account, as I only risked 1% per trade, and majority of my trades were actually one and twos, one and threes plus, actually. But um the funded account challenge that I trade with, they have a funded cap, which I probably going to show you guys, or I already did, depending on how the layout of this video turns out. But at the end of the day, right, most importantly, I was focused on consistency and remaining disciplined with belief and faith in my ability to execute, and the way that I see and perceive the markets overall. That is how you have 100% win rate. You cannot have room for fear at all. Another thing, notice how I did not take any unnecessary trades, right? A lot of traders fail these type of challenges almost immediately without even seeing profit, because they feel the need to always be in the trade at all times, or to feel the need to always be in the market. You don't have to do that at all. Simply put, I knew my edge, right? I executed when it was there, and I stayed put and away from the market when it wasn't, and I didn't see an opportunity that aligned with the way that I view the market. And really, in reality, it's really that simple once you already have a tested framework and ability that, or not even an ability, but once you have the skill, that's all that you need to really succeed in trading for the long term, right? Now I'm gonna get straight to the point and actually show the live executions, well not live, but the executions of the trade that I took, pretty much the entire dashboard from um TFT, the funded trader that I actually took the trades on. And 1 second, actually, because I use my iPad to execute on that, and so I'm gonna be showing y'all from there. And uh just 1 second, I'm gonna have to switch the cameras around and show y'all this process. All right, y'all, switch the camera around. So as you can see, right, the account is indeed passed. Account equity 109K, simulated profit 9,268 out of 8,000. So I only had to make 8%, and I made 9% instead. And I would have actually made this much sooner if it wasn't for the daily profit caps that they have. Like, I'm gonna break everything down for you. Look, like daily loss limit, no losses taken on the account for the daily loss limit to even be touched. But okay, 5 trading days. It was actually 3 that I reached a profit target in 3 days of 8K, and the last 2 days were pretty much forced, right? And what I mean is, well, just for right here though, real quick, that you can see you can see that I had a positive equity curve. It was pretty much quick and straight into profit. Just pretty much up, balance, and then broke through. And as you can see, win rate 100%, right? 0 losses. And here I was talking about my daily profit cap was literally 3K, and I got that every single time. Let's see. This was the daily march that I had to do. So you're going to actually see it once I go into the trade and show more of, well, once I go down farther and actually show the execution of the trades. But just real quick, there were 2 trades that I took, and they actually were only 0.10% because of that. So I only wanted to make $100. So I literally had to switch my trading strategy, because at this point I was already at 9,000. Well, I was at 8,009, or yes, I was already at actually 9,000, because I got 9,000 account and I only had to make 200 more. So I was already at 9,000. And then, right, I had to just make, so what's that? 3 of these days was already completed, and so I had to use the last 2 just to make $100. So that's going to be reflected in there as well. Let me see. Profit targets, all that. I'm just showing you guys the full data and things like that they're showing me here. Projected rewards being 42K. I mean, hey, who wouldn't want that? All right, now the point we all been waiting for, right? Bro. All right, hold on. Boom, right? And this is only the one screen that I can show at the moment that they actually kept data of. So as you can see, right, one trade was a 1 to 3. I actually just knew that I was close enough, and so I mean, I was close enough to my take profit. So why just sit and let the market go against you when you already know that you collected liquidity and the market is going to reverse? So I exited my trade there. Bear with me real quick with this, y'all, too, as well. Here, my second trade was 2,000. This was a 1 to 2. Third trade, 3,000. This was a 1 to 3 trade, right? Because every single trade I risked 100%. So at this point, I was already up 6%. And my very first trade, I actually can't show it because it didn't document the data. But my very first trade was, I believe, a 1-3, a 1-3 or 1-2. One of those, I kind of forget. I'm gonna have to go back and check everything for myself on the actual platform. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the live execution of the 100K challenge so far. Just to give y'all a little bit more behind the scenes right now, they did actually send me my phase 2 account challenge that I'm taking right now. And so far on that, I got it on Friday, so I didn't really want to, you know, take an unnecessary loss, right? So I just got in at a trade. It went my way for a bit. I believe I spoke about it in my last video when I said I was in a live trade. This was actually that trade. I got out at a little bit of profit at like 1 to, I don't even know. This was like a 1 to 0.5. But at the end of the day, it was just because it was a Friday and I didn't really even want to stay in the trade. And when a key thing is, I'm going to actually switch up the way that I trade on this account from phase 2 going on period, because that's how that they structured their challenges. So real quick, I think I could find it here. Like, here we are right here, right? The daily march. If I really traded this account at 1% risk per trade, and let's say I make 1-3, 1-4, I can't even take the full profit of that because there is a daily profit cap of $1,500. So it kind of makes no sense to me to risk 1% per trade if my profit is capped at only 1.5% profit for the day. So what I'm going to actually most likely end up doing here is risking 0.75% a trade from here on out onto phase 2. Is risk 0.75% per trade, and then really just scale that way, because a 1-2 on a 0.75% trade is 1,500. So that is like perfect. It's like the perfect risk percentage wise to actually capitalize and grow this account as effectively and as fast as possible, while still adhering to, their restrictions, right? So here's everything where I am again so far. I took that one trade, and so I'm gonna see how it actually goes, because if I gotta make at least 0.10% gain on the day, I'm always save that for last. But we're gonna see how that plays out as well, because you never really know. Okay, like my daily profit target is only 5K, and I personally feel like I can make that in 1-2 trades. But the way that they structured their challenge, I got to risk lower. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to still aim to hit this 5K profit target, because based on where I am right now and the way that I'm looking at it is that 0.59% that I have is just a free buffer, because I got the account on Friday and I took a trade that same day. So really, the way that I look at it is this is just a free buffer on the account to risk 0.75 on from here, and I'm just starting with a little bit of cushion, right? But from here on out, I will continue to be locked in and update you guys essentially on, the phase 2 completion. And once that's completed, we already know that's the real funded trader phase. So stay locked in. This is not the end of the video. I'm going to actually switch the video back around, because listen, we got to do some key takeaways so that y'all can really lock in. Okay, listen, if you want to get these type of results, right? I ain't even showing the right account, but you get the point. I made it to phase 2. So if you want to get these type of results, you have to understand that there's things that you have to take away from your mindset, because your mindset is ultimately what's going to lead to the results that you want to see. You got to visualize, and you got to have no fear. Those are key things, and key things that you want to always have in mind at all times, or else you will fail. Okay, let me switch back to the camera. I'm going to do some key takeaways and really lock in. All right, now that we got the camera back set up. So here's the key things that you really want to pay attention to. I already said a whole bunch of them in another part of the video, depending on how this video turns out, because right now, honestly, it's kind of all over the place for me. But when I watch it back, it just all flows masterfully into a wonderful masterpiece. And so that is just how I believe this video will turn out at the end of the day as well. So real quick though, right? A key takeaway that you want to have from this video is to always trust the process and be patient. Patience is going to lead to the profits, and the profits could come quick or they could come slow. But the patience is what guarantees that you're there in a state of observation to capitalize on the outcomes that you want to see or that you want to get, and have the execution ultimately that you want to have as a trader. Now, last but not least, just simply put, risk management, okay? Now, even with a 100% win rate that I had in the video, I never over leveraged at all. I stayed to my 1%. And as you can already tell in the video, they had certain things set in place that pretty much forced me to do that as well. And this is also another benefit to prop firms, but you also want the extra freedom on a live account to do whatever you want personally. Managing my risk properly is what allowed me to complete phase one without any type of unnecessary stress in the process. Because think about it, right? If I was stressed in any way throughout this process, I would not have been able to have a 100% win rate, because there would always been something in my head telling me that I am incorrect, that I'm wrong, or what if this trade goes wrong? What if I over risk on this account? I don't want to lose my 100% win streak. There could have been 1,000 things going in my mind, but what kept me still and calm, and once again, like I like to say, stay in the present moment, right? Stay in the present moment. And I also have a quote, right? And it's, be the trader, trade the truth, and let the market prove you right. That's my own saying. So if you want to write that down, hey, give your boys credit. Yeah, now that's pretty much how I want to end off this video. Now, drop a comment below, like the video, please. Please like the video. Please subscribe. I'm trying to grow as fast as possible and as much as possible. So the faster you guys do that, the more mind blown I will be, because I'm just me. Drop a comment once again and let me know what part of this process probably stood out to you the most. Was there anything that you feel like that you needed to see as a trader and it really helped open your eyes to a new perspective? And if you're currently going through a funded challenge, just let me know. We are part of the funded process journey. I don't discriminate because I trade both. Now, and just let me know how it's going. You feel me? Let me know how it's going. And I see y'all in the next video. Peace. Drop a comment once again and let me know what part of this process probably stood out to you the most. Was there anything that you feel like that you needed to see as a trader and it really helped open your eyes to a new perspective? And if you're currently going through a funded challenge, just let me know. We are part of the funded process journey. I don't discriminate because I trade both. Now, and just let me know how it's going. You feel me? Let me know how it's going. And I see y'all in the next video. Peace.